A very, very warm welcome back to a very warm Klagenfurt and the Sport Park Hall here in the beautiful, beautiful little medieval town which is Klagenfurt. It really is fantastic to be here, and well, I've got somebody alongside me who's absolutely, well, he's just made it even more fabulous. It's Kelly Fisher. Hello, Kelly.
Hello, Mark. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and look, we've got this match now coming up, at 1 p.m. match, a little bit late because we've had a little bit of drama here earlier on. There you see him fist pumping, referee John Lehman, and most importantly, of course, Rubilen Amit, and she's playing against Yi Yun-Soo.
I think you got that about right, Mark. Yeah.
Sort of.
Yi Yun-Soo and Rubilen Amit. Yeah.
See, I knew I should have got you to do the intro.
No. Yeah, these players are, obviously have been on tour for years. Rubilen, if I can say it rather than you, I'll say that she's actually what we would class as a current 10-ball world champion. She beat me in the final in the Philippines back in 2012.
Wow.
It was where I don't know if everybody's seen the picture where she jumped into my arms and I ended up picking her up off the floor when she beat me. I was too kind.
Oh.
So, no. And then we've got Yi Yun-Soo from Taipei, Taiwan. And Chinese Taipei, Taiwan, I mean. And, yeah, she's a great player. She's not had any major wins, to my knowledge. However, she's been around a long time. She's one of them players that you have to watch out for. I think this is going to be a great match.
Well, looking forward to it. Class on the table and class off it. So cast your expert eye across here. Look, Kelly, and well, there's the first mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I played earlier today on this table, and it's playing beautiful. The thing is, day one, brand new cloth. And the TV table, I've practiced on the outside tables and they're playing great. The TV table with all the lights, the extra lighting, the extra heat with the advertisement boards around also. It creates a little bit more slidey, a little bit more, it's a different control slightly than the outside table. So you might see a few positional errors, especially for the first few matches. A
bit like skating on ice with banana skins on your feet.
Well,
I can't think of anything.
Well, we can
else.
Yeah, why not?
Is that all right?
Yeah,
we'll stick with that for now then.
Yeah.
So we are playing. We better tell them what game it is. It's 10-ball, of course. It's cool shot. So no lucky slop in this particular game. It's a race to 7, as all games are up until the last 16. Then we go to race to 9. And Amit here. Well, I know Kelly. The last time you played was in the final of this very tournament back in 2012, and you'll be hoping that you get to try and win it back off her, right?
Of course, I would love to. I mean, I'm way from that at this moment in time.
She's here as well.
Way, yeah, she is. You're right. She is. Oh, that's a good one, Mark. Yeah, you got me there. I'm like, wait, yeah, Way's here as well. Yeah, but I can't say that again now. I'm way off thinking about that far ahead at the moment. Of course, coming into this tournament, being the current 9-ball world champion, because we've not had one for 3 years. Yeah, we've not had one for 3 years. So 2019 was the last one. And Rubilen being the current 10-ball world champion, because we've not had one since 2012. So
that's 13 years you two have held titles between you.
No, we're the longest the longest title holders in the world in any sport, I think.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, of course, my dream would be, wouldn't it, just be the icing on the cake for me. Let me talk about me for a minute. What do you think of me?
Please do. You just carry on talking.
But wouldn't that be great? 9-ball, 10-ball, gold medal all in 1 year. I couldn't think of any better dream to the end of the year, could you really?
And of course, last year, if you include that year as within the year, the Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, if wishes can come true, then that would be certainly my wish. But first things first, I've got, plenty more matches to go to even think about that. So I'm just focusing on playing well. But
right, let's focus on this.
I was just going to say, enough about me. Let's talk about this
Me?
match. Yeah, let's talk about you, Matt.
Okay, so nice safety there. Lots of right hand spin on this.
Oh, she's good.
Is that 5 ball the same colour as it usually is? It looks
Yes.
different. It is the same, is it?
It
Just
is.
looks a little bit different on this screen.
You might be going colourblind.
Oh, don't say that. I'm half blind as it is. Don't add colour to it.
We'll be needing thicker jam jars and them glasses of yours.
Milk bottle bottoms, aren't they?
Well, again, that was a weak safety shot. She's a bit tentative of the table. She knows it's slick, so she's just there was too tentative. But yeah, this is going to be. I think it's going to be a close match. I really do.
I love a close match, except when you're playing, of course.
Of course.
Don't tell anyone.
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Held that beautifully.
Beautiful
I think
stroke.
it gripped, didn't it? That
Yeah.
English as well.
I've got to admit, I do love the conditions. I've said this now for however many events in a row of Predator. We only had one issue at the Vegas and they've sorted it, and we've not had an issue since, touch wood. Every tournament, table after table, umpteen tables, umpteen cloths, umpteen balls. The conditions have been absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and no shame in talking about, you know, the stumbling blocks. Every business has them.
That's right.
And Karim has come through it with flying colours, and not only with this table. At the Canada Open, we saw the launch of the brand new 7-foot bar box Predator table, and it was fabulous, very well received as well.
Yeah.
So kudos to Predator and kudos to Karim.
Absolutely. They, you know, one thing they do is not just the table, but everything else. They listen to the players, even regarding the actual tournament itself. They listen to the players, they take it on board, and they try to do the best for the players to make the conditions perfect. And I don't think anybody can say that the conditions here are not perfect.
Well, that's great to hear. So we should be looking forward to seeing some near perfect pool as well throughout this week.
I'll pass the message on to everybody.
Please tell them.
Oh dear.
But yeah, of course, you know, we haven't just got this World 10 ball, we have the teams as well.
Yeah,
and your
honey.
teammates arrived today, so
I've
tell us a little bit about that. And
I've just seen them now. They just come off the bus, just before I come here. And there they are, this bus, shuttle bus pulls up, and who rolls off it but Darren and Jason, No, I mean, wow. This is, what an experience it's going to be. I've played for Team GB before, and there was myself, Darren, Chris Mellin, Mark Gray. And it was great. Oh my, it was absolutely, that was years ago. That must have been over 10 years ago. And it was great. We got a bronze medal. And what a wonderful, what a feeling to be in the team. There's a lot more pressure on you. You know, you're not just playing for yourself. So it does come with a totally different feeling, totally different pressure. But it's an experience that, you know, I wish we had it I hope we have it every year, put it that way.
yeah, and Darren, of course, started to find some good form. He's refound his love for the game, a bit like your good friend Alison Fisher. She has found a new drive, reached the final, of course, in Canada. And Jason, just off an 8th win at the Turning Stone 9-ball this week, played absolutely phenomenal, beat Mika 9-1 in the semi-final, and then went on to beat Donnie Mills, I think it was 13-5 in the final. So anyway, here we go, breaking off. Who's breaking off, Kelly?
Yi and Shu. I'm saying that completely wrong, or she'll kill me later. But
oh, look at this for a break.
Beautiful.
Controlled the one, made the wing ball.
yeah, I mean, the tricky shot really it is. 6-ball maybe, just making sure you're dead on the right side of it. Obviously, you need to be quite far underneath it from this angle, what we can see on the screen.
Yeah, saving grace, the 7 right over the opposite side as well, so nothing to do with the cue ball really.
That's right. Now here what looks like once she makes this 3 ball, assuming she can come off the top rail and back down again for the 4 in the opposite corner, you know, the 6 ball, like you say, with the 7 being over the other pocket, there's not a lot to do there. So I think this should be pretty straightforward run out. However, she's took her extension, so I'm not sure if there's a bit too much angle. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I think it's just slightly wrong. Otherwise she'd have been down and played it by now. And there you see, it was just wrong. She should have gone forward there, don't you think?
Yeah, I do. But she must be worried about the slide. Going forward, she needs to hit it quite firm. It's going to throw to the left. It's going to clip this 5 ball. If it clips the 5 ball, there's a chance of scratching, and, you know. So I think there she's played to either hold it or nudge it. And it was hard to see because she hit it quite hard. But if you're going to hold it, you've got to hit it really soft. Wow. She's put right spin on that to clip the 4 and come off that side rail and land pretty much where the cue ball did land. But she's missed the 4 altogether.
That is a surprise.
Absolutely. That was what we call very thin.
It was, yeah. The paint's still on it.
It is.
Yeah, Kelly just mentioned the shot clock. There is a 30-second shot clock on both of the stream tables. You can go and watch on Kazoom as well. YouTube, 2 tables every day. Now, there was that shot that you was talking about earlier, and she's finished just about perfect on that.
Yeah, she had to be any further out, and, you know, it was trouble. But no, she's got perfect there. It's hard to see from the other angle, but it was a bit easier. She had a bit more room than I realised.
I like the way she drew further back, so she's left herself a decent angle to make it getting back up for the 8 much easier as well. Just Filipinos play this game, don't they, where they let the cue ball go where it wants to go.
They use a lot of rails, yeah, they do, and they play a lot of natural angles as opposed to, like we, a bit snooker players, play more stop and, you know, and less English. They use the whole table, shall we say. Not afraid to go around the rails. Rubilen's definitely the favourite in this match. However, once we get Yi and Su, you like that?
I love it.
Yeah, back, you know, I think she'll show us how capable she really is.
Yeah, 2-0 ahead. Now, we mentioned Wei Wei earlier, and I know she's a very good friend of yours, and she played earlier today.
She did.
Did she win?
She did. She played another friend of mine, Maite.
Maite from Spain. Yeah.
She played her, and Wei Wei was 4-1 up, I believe, and then Maite pulled it right back, and it ended up 5-4 Wei, but then she managed
pulled
to
away.
How many times do we use the word way in many sentences?
Way too much.
Way, exactly, brilliant.
I love it when you're in the booth with me. No offence, George, but, you know, Kelly's just so much prettier, and we get it right.
Oh, yeah, the English, you know, we just know what we mean. I hope everybody else understands us.
Probably not, but we're having fun.
Yeah, indeed.
Amit breaking off 2-0 up.
I think we're very funny. Great break she's got there, controlling that cue ball. Ideally, she didn't want it to come as far back, but I mean, look how, you know, she's not made a ball, I don't believe. She's wanting it to stop right in the middle of the table then. It's just got a little bit more draw on it than she'd have liked, but it doesn't really matter because she's not made a ball off the break.
So you mentioned, obviously, you played. I was commentating on it earlier on. I thought you started pretty well. You must be happy with your performance.
I am. A few errors, a few safety errors. Again, it was just that, I suppose, the speed. I got a bit tentative, a bit like Sue did in the first shot she played. I did the same thing. I completely underhit that safety shot, thinking it was faster than it was.
I remember it. You was playing.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah, simple roll up behind the. I forget what it was, but you just you underhit it
completely by a foot.
Yeah.
And even
I was trying to be nice.
I know, right? And even with the lag, I underhit that too, because it's so slick that you're assuming that it's going to be extra fast on top of that slickness. And it's not. It's playing perfectly perfect speed, really.
Yeah.
It's just the slickness you have to get used to. And what I mean, if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say the slickness, we're not saying the speed of the actual cloth, because the speed's very, very stable. It really is playing at a nice speed. Because it's brand new, if you put any spin on the ball, whether it's force follow, force draw, left or right, you'll see that the slickness comes in and it actually squirts the cue ball more. So it's easy to draw, and it comes back very fast. Follow, oh dear, yeah. Bit too much power.
I wonder how slick the carpet is.
Well,
because that's where it ended
exactly.
up. And I just wanted to say there, very, very smart. And Tyler Style was the first person I saw do this, and I mentioned it, I think it was during your match actually, when if a player thinks they might have to jump, when they're against the shot clock, they bring both cues with them.
Yep.
And then just drop the one that they're not going to use. Super smart.
Correct.
And it was actually in the second game that it nearly cost... who was it? The Zaluska? The Polish girl that just lost.
Oh, Olivia.
Olivia, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me out there. Olivia, exactly.
Zaluska. You're right, Zaluska.
And she didn't do it.
Right.
And she had to run back quickly. And by the time she got back, she ran out of time and ended up not jumping very well.
Right. Yeah, then you're rushed.
So there's a little, little tips that you can pick up by watching these other players, right?
Now, I'm afraid, just talking of that, we've had two really poor shots there from both players, one each from both players. A very uncharacteristical miss. I can't say it, I know, right? Miss from Sue there on the two ball. And then Rubilen. Yeah, that was, it was two bad mistakes there. So we've got Sue back at the table. Again, her cue ball's not good, but needs a good clean pot here to recover.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Again,
she's got a nice
cue ball.
stroke.
She has,
but she's lost it.
Yeah, she's not getting that speed yet.
What do you play here? Are you going to play the 4-ball or the through there, or what are you playing here, Kelly? The 9-ball?
I'm playing the 9 combo here, yeah.
The arena looks lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Tables are spread out nice. You're not anywhere near the crowd. There's nothing to distract you. You and the table. It's really spread out very nicely, and great atmosphere.
Yeah, we got fun. Talking of atmosphere, it's free to come down and watch. So anyone in the Klagenfurt area, or even if you're in Vienna, it's not much of a flight. It's only about 30 minutes.
That's right.
Jump on. Just don't bring any luggage with you because they might lose it.
I like you and many others, right? We've got a few players playing with other people's cues, believe it or not. And you're playing with other people's clothes. No, that sounded wrong.
I will be tomorrow because I can't wear this again. You won't be sitting that close to me tomorrow, I'll tell you.
Well, have you noticed I've nudged away a little bit?
I actually have, yeah.
Oh dear.
Keeping it clean. Now
Unlike
then, is this cue ball's going to go past the 8-ball?
Yeah, she's going to be.
Jump cue. Now, am I right in thinking she's not a sponsor? Oh, there she has one sponsor on her shirt. I didn't know she was a sponsor.
Murray Tip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can't hurry a Murray. Do you remember them, Murray Mints?
I do remember Murray Mints.
Oh, it's a wild jump. Sure, she might hit it a second time round. Will she catch a rail if she does? Oh, that nearly would have been a legal shot. Look at this, all the way round, never touched the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit more spin on that, and it might have just caught. Look, having a look as she walks away. Oh. So this for a 3-0 lead. You could say she could have had a little bit of luck there, but she did miss the jump. So.
She did, yeah. She should never have been in behind the 8-ball to begin with. She's not settled down yet, and giving it back to Rubilen, and Rubilen's, just going to get stronger and stronger. So Sue needs to get her finger out.
Oh, she's got a lovely long backswing, hasn't she?
She has, yeah.
Now,
she's got a lovely stroke.
I want to talk to you about the Q action, and obviously multiple world snooker champion, billiards, English billiards champion, and all you've done in pool as well. Have you changed anything in your stroke without giving your opponents any over the years in the transition from snooker to pool?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily with the transition from snooker to pool, but there's certainly been, for my whole career, a technical problem, something that Lionel has always wanted me to fix, and he's helped, and it's been something that's been like my
Nemesis.
It's just basically it's my backswing.
Achilles heel.
It's been my backswing. I've if I don't practice,
I totally agree.
Yeah, it's too short.
Yeah.
And I've really worked hard on that. And if I get laps, if I just don't think of it too much, it can creep back in. So I have to constantly work hard on keeping that backswing slowed down. For some strange reason, it naturally wants to be fast like Alex Higgins. It's really bizarre.
And my point of this is, if it's something that works for you, when your timing's good, when you're on form, when you're feeling good,
it's great.
It's great because it is shorter than most, and there's less room for error.
Correct.
In that short backswing, and players are actually striving. Like Jason Shaw, for example, has moved his bridge hand closer to the ball. Watch him when he plays, getting much closer to the ball, and very small backswing, not dissimilar to yours.
The problem with mine is, over the years, it's not the shortness I'm too worried about. It's the fact that it's not smooth. It's not smooth. So that's the problem. So it has to be a full backswing, completed, smooth backswing, pause at the back and follow through smoothly. So that's what I've had to work on, and it never ends. I'm still working on it. I don't have to think about it too much, but I'm still making sure that it's good, and Lionel keeps checking that constantly. Yeah,
you speak about Lionel. Just tell us a little bit about Lionel quickly, because what a guy he's been for you over the years.
Lionel Payne is my coach, and has been for, giving away my age here, 32 years coming up now.
Since you were 2?
And exactly, thank you. And we started out with snooker, obviously, so he was my snooker coach for 11, 12 years. And he's predominantly a snooker coach. In fact, when I turned to pool, he obviously now understands and learnt a lot about pool, 9-ball, and he can coach across the board. But yeah, he fantastic coach, mentor, and best friend, like family. 32 years later, we're like family now. But he's a great guy, great coach. And if anybody needs any help with the game, certainly I would, more than anything, highly recommend him.
Oh, there's a little bit of a conversation going on here now. We don't know what it's about.
Well, Wei Wei speaks English and obviously Chinese, and Sue will not be able. She does not. I know she does not speak any English. So Wei Wei must be helping with the translation here.
I think it might be something about she took a break. After, but aren't you're allowed 1 5-minute break, I believe?
I think so, yeah.
So now let's just have a quick chat about John, because there's something on view there that might not be on view after Friday, I've heard. Now, I know you tried to do it in Canada, but we couldn't find any scissors. Now, you're raising money, aren't you, for a charity?
Yep.
To get rid of that, what do we call it?
Ponytail.
Ponytail,
That's got to go.
It's got to go, hasn't it?
We've told him. He's agreed to it. So I've said it live now.
I think maybe if buy some scissors and buy some glue as well, and glue it back on the top, because he's going a little bit thin on the top. He won't mind me saying
You're
that.
Cruel. Yeah, I'm not
I'd
sure.
love to know what's going on here. Amit isn't very happy. Rubilen?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, she's apologising, so I think she didn't know that she couldn't take a break, or... I'm just guessing. I really, really don't know. But again, it won't be anything harmful or intentional of anything.
No.
It'll just be a misunderstanding with it.
Very mild-natured
very.
nations, aren't they,
Yeah,
those two?
very.
I mean, they don't come any milder than those two nations, do they?
Sweethearts, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll just be some misunderstanding of something. And with obviously for Sue, she's no English at all. So
back to the important stuff. Has she made a ball? I don't see anything down. Oh,
ball.
7. Look at the 7.
Really?
And indeed, it's dry. Well, he's got a 1-2 combo to start, Kelly.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the 1-2 combo. I'll tell you for why. The control of the... Let's just leave it. The control of the cue ball with that 9 in the way. And then if the 1 goes left in any way, it'll be behind the 10. She's got to go for it. See what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it wasn't a gimme to get perfect on both.
But she's still got control of the table.
She has, and now she's going to play a lovely snooker behind this 10-3.
Excuse my cough.
Oh,
it's a bit careless.
Again,
Took it quick, didn't she?
She did take it quick for Rubilen, and not only that, like I say, and there's no excuse. That should never happen. Rubilen knows that. But the grip is gripping quicker on this table, and that really, instead of bouncing off the rail and going behind the 10, it drew so much quicker for Rubilen, and it drew into the 10. So, no excuse. She's talented and one of the top players in the world, and she knows that already. So you have to adjust, and you have to adjust quickly. But where the 3 is, we're looking at another safety here.
And there you saw again how it gripped. Really, looked like she aimed too low on that almost. She wanted to stun past the rail behind that 5, didn't she? Is that where she was trying to come?
I think so, yeah.
And it just reacted so quick. Oh, he's leaked out again.
I've seen a bit of sloppy here, I mean, I know what it's like in there, and it's easily done. But a few errors here that are very unusual for these two players.
Yeah, I say it all the time. First match nerves. You don't want to go to the...
She's nervous. I think
the
she's
one
nervous.
lost side.
I think she's nervous. You've got to remember as well, and again, I'm not making excuses, but just pointing out facts. For Rubilen, her first tournament back since 2019, when we all pre-COVID. Rubilen's first tournament back was the World Games. For Sue, so this is Rubilen's second tournament back. For Taiwanese player here, Sue, this is her first tournament back since 2019. So, they're not really the most tournament fit.
And exactly, and my point I want to follow up with now is you just cannot replicate, no matter how much you practice, you cannot, for one, really replicate the arena. Okay, you can get close to it maybe, but you can't recreate the pressure. Can you? It's just, you can practice all you want, and it's just totally different.
It's totally different. And, whether you're playing matches for the table light or whatever, even some gamble and stuff like that, you still can't create that tournament feel. You've got on an aeroplane, you're out of your own country.
Strange food. You're
staying in a hotel, and then the arena, the lights, you can't replicate it. And I know that from when it's to China, it's when you are travelling far and into a Asian Western, when you're crossing over them too. For us, we had to get, acclimatised to the culture and the time zone, the food, everything of Asia, and they've got to do it now coming here. So it's not a gimme. It's not something that everybody should just adapt to. And I do believe that many top players have adapted, but like I'm saying, COVID's happened, and we've had a 2.5 to 3 year, where many players have. This is the first tournament back.
Yeah. So a decent safety there. Now, are you going to thin this, or don't you trust to come thin off this?
Well, thinning, you've got a danger of popping back out and leaving over the pocket anyway, so it's not really worth it. You're better off. Yeah, she's overhit it again a bit too hard.
Oh, yeah, she's left it.
She needed to hit that a bit more on the left, bring it wider, and she's wanting it down on this bottom rail. Yeah.
Are you going to go rail first here, Kelly?
100%. Yeah, she's got to go for this. It's pretty straightforward.
I've got to say, I like her hair. She's had a David Arcadi and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, hasn't she?
She has indeed.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
If you can get past the 10, just clipped it.
That wasn't easy to control, the cue ball, but you know, she had to hit it with some speed to get around the rails. She's missed the 8 nicely, and it's just swung into the 10.
I was putting a bit of hip English on that one myself,
yeah,
trying to get it past
moving around there on your seat.
Well, I wasn't dancing, although there is some lovely music going on in the background. And there's some nice palm trees, really party atmosphere here. And during the next break, I want to talk to you a little bit about the fantastic opening ceremony last night.
Oh yeah, it was. Wasn't it magnificent?
Just incredible.
It was.
Now then, where's this 5 ball going? Is it going to tie up? Well, it might leave the 10 combo, and it has, I think, but it won't be a win. We saw that in the last match.
That's right. And, you know, that's the WPA rules. A called 10 combo isn't, the 10 ball will be put back up. And Rubilen, as you see there, oh, she's really...
Don't pull the 7 out. Don't pull the 7 out. She's called the 10. She must leave the 7 in the pocket. Oh, if she'd have put that back on the table,
that would have been
a foul.
A foul, yeah. Yeah, this is again, you know, there's been... What it is, everybody, is we've got the World Team Championships. The World Team Championships 10 ball is being played with the rule set of the Predator Pro Billiard Series. And we're playing the Women's World 10 Ball Championships, which is being played with WPA World Rules. So we've got slightly, don't want to confuse everybody, but basically combos are allowed in the World Teams on the 10, and it's a win if you call it. And in the WPA rules, a combo on the 10, called or not, is not allowed. The 10 gets respotted, as we've seen, and the play continues.
Yeah, this is a sanctioned event by the WPA. And that's why we're playing this, as you rightly say, the Pro Billiard Series with the 2 races to 4, or the race to 8, as you like to call it.
Yeah.
In it goes. Amit goes 4-0 up. Now this is it's a strange match, isn't it? This one.
Yeah.
There's been a little bit of
drama.
Yeah, a little bit of drama. There's been some 10 ball combos and 7 balls being taken back out of the pocket.
Yeah. I think a few players are getting this confused with this 10 ball thing, but it was spoke about in the meeting. John Lehman did stand up and explain. Rubilen's no excuse because she understands and speaks perfect English, so she's not listened carefully enough. But yeah, no, it's, you know, it sounds a bit crazy to have different rules, but there's reasons for it, and once you get it in your head, you just have to remember and know it.
So Amit breaking off. So break off from Amit. Kelly's just stepped out for a couple of minutes, but she will be back. So you're not stuck with me, guys. Don't worry if you don't hear Kelly for a couple of minutes. One ball nicely down the rail. Now she's playing the 3-10 combo, and as we know, wow, well, I say the 10 will come back. It won't, but she's had a big roll there and hooked suit behind the 10 ball that she was trying to combo. can't quite see the spot on the table. Had the 10 ball have gone, it would have come back up and spotted in front of the 3 ball, so she would have been hooked. It's strange how this game goes sometimes. And we see she made a good enough hit on it, but it was either a little bit too hard or a little bit too soft. That was nicely played. Judged the pace just perfect, and I must admit I haven't seen much of this young lady playing, but I like her speed. I like the way she plays the game. In case she's overrun that slightly, but I still think she'll make it. I wonder would she? No, it's gone too far for the bank, I think. Or has it? I bet Billy Thorpe would be banging this one in the side, and Sky Woodward. Sky just won. Yeah, she's gone for the bank. Sky Woodward just won the banks at the Texas Open, I believe. There you go, beautifully played. Right in the centre of the pocket. So this looks like going 5-0. Nice easy 9. And Sue will be wondering what's happened, because it's not like it's been a runaway. She's had her chances. A little bit under hit. No problem. In it goes. So 5-0. And I think she'll be breaking as well to go on the hill. Race to 7, remember, in these first matches up until the last 16. Then we'll go to race to 9. And we're coming live to you all day today. We had matches at 9 AM, 11, 1 PM. And then we have a little break until 4, and then we're back at 4 and 7. And that is the same format throughout the week. But tonight at 7 PM, the world teams start. And of course, Kelly Fisher playing with Team Great Britain. Darren Appleton and Jason Shaw have arrived off the bus. Not a bus from America, but a bus from the airport. Oh, it's Sue breaking off. Trying. Oh, that's a great break. A little pop on the cue ball, but no reward is there. Yes, she's got last ball rolling the 5, but unfortunately for her, the last ball rolling came back and just got in front of what would have been a shot on the 1. Kelly's back. Good to have you on. Missed you so much.
Oh, I missed you already.
Playing the little push. So it's 5-0, Kelly.
Yeah, surprised at the such a big deficit, but there has been mistakes from both players, but Rubilen's took advantage of Sue's error. So
yeah, she was starting to get a little bit of rhythm in the last rack, and she looked very, very good, very positive. She'd stepped up the speed a little bit. I think she's a good player to watch.
Oh, she is, Rubilen, 100%. That was a beautiful shot. She took that like it was a piece of cake.
I know. Oh, just knocked that knocked that combo in. She played a really nice bank shot actually on the 6 in the last rack, which won her that rack. I just love her whole attitude at the table, her body language. It's all positive, and
yeah, she's been around for as a top player for many years that I can remember, you know. And a dark horse. She can produce the goods. She's won many events.
oh,
Commentator's curse.
Now, has she left an edge on this one ball? And if she has, is it cuttable? Well, if we... I don't think there is. She's have to play this. Well, how is she going to play this, Kelly? Do you like the two rail? No, the three's in the way, isn't it, for the two railer?
Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, from this angle it's a bit difficult to see, but she's going to use a top cushion, the right side cushion. She can get past that 2 in between the 2-8 and come off the side rail and go for it. Now she's not. Didn't see her call a pocket. There we go. That was my fear there.
She didn't hear you because we're a long, long way from the table.
That was the only choice she had. That's right. I know it was like she heard me, wasn't it? It was weird.
She didn't, we promise.
Yeah, no, it's impossible. But, yeah, that's the only way. She just, again, maybe a little bit of right on that.
I can remember being in the commentary booth in Las Vegas, and it was quite early in the morning, and the arena wasn't full up, but there was a few in there, but it wasn't full. And there was a scratch off a 10 combo, and I screamed, and the whole room looked around as if to say, what are you doing? So I do get a little bit excited sometimes. I think that's why they've put me right down here.
Probably that's why the desk is so far away. Again, loose cue ball, Mark. Loose cue ball. She didn't want to be anywhere near this far away from the 4 ball. Good shot here. Not a gimme, but not too difficult. There we go.
Played it nice. She's really getting in stroke now, isn't she?
Yeah, nice recovery.
8 into the same pocket as the 6, I would suggest.
You played before, have you?
Well, I used to. But not anymore. I only do stuff for charity now. We actually raised some money for the Canadian team.
Excellent.
To come over. Played a little 3 challenge matches against Ben Francis, who is one of the players. Hope they don't go on and beat Great Britain, because I want my money back.
You're right. You're right.
So this then, nicely on the 10 ball, for a 6-0 lead, and she'll be on the hill. And you know, you got to say that's not a true reflection of the match, really, is it? It's not like she's broke and run and not given Sue chances, right? She's had her chances.
That's right. We've not even seen her get comfortable on the table. Sue, she's just, you know, you put this down to a blip match for her, really. She's not got going. Her cue ball's been very, very
bit sloppy.
Yeah. Then she's missed a few shots. You can't afford to do that at this level. She's got to come out in all guns blazing, and you've got to settle in as quick as possible, and Rubilen has, and that's why it's such a big deficit.
Yeah, she might have been away from competition for a few years, Amit, as well, but she's looking pretty good now. She's getting right back into it. She's getting into the swing, got some rhythm going, the cues flowing.
Yeah.
Lovely to watch, actually. Let's see a Kelly Fisher and Amit final, shall we?
Oh, that would be the repeat, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What's the? I wonder what the chances of that are.
I know. We should have odds at the bookmakers.
After 10 years.
I know. Yeah.
Could it be the same final? That would say a lot about both of your games, wouldn't it?
That would.
If that happened.
That would.
But of course, there's lots of other great players here. Jasmine. And, you know, she'll be one of the favourites because she's on home soil, and the crowds are going to come out for her, as you know. The Brittany Bryant, unfortunately, won't be here last minute. She couldn't make it. But there's Elu Kibaroglu, of course, who is always there or thereabouts.
Indeed. She's very capable.
You had a great final against her in Germany, wasn't it?
I did, yeah, absolutely.
Went to a shootout from memory.
Oh, shootout. That was an unbelievable shootout.
And then, of course, the other queen of shootouts recently, Alison Fisher, your
Yes.
namesake. Oh, what a great
And
shot
what a
she's
shot,
played
a bit
there.
lucky there, though.
A bit lucky, but I like to see that. You know, she went for it. She went to disturb something, got
She
hold
did.
of the cue ball a little bit too much, if anything.
Exactly.
That was almost like a Jimmy White banana shot.
And look at where it landed, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Missed the 8. I was going to say, missed the 8 ball. You've got to. Why didn't she go round there?
I don't know.
I prefer to go round, use a bit of inside and go round 2 rails there. She was always going to nudge into the 8 ball. There you see the bottom right hand side of your screen, guys. The shot clock clicking down, ticking away.
Again, look, we're not getting the, the precise cue ball control there. She's just off by, it's not even millimeters. It's not even a ball. Look here, that cue ball has to be coming off the top rail and going in toward the 9. And you can see she's just
it's judged it
way off. Yeah.
I think before she was overdrawing, so now she's made a compensation, but gone too far the other way.
It's like when you're not feeling comfortable. No matter what, you're just off, and you can just be off, and it's an off day. So assuming Rubilen does take this match, whether it's now or later, Sue just needs to compose herself, get herself together, and just put that down to a blip, a bad match, and get herself back on the practice table, get the feel of the tables a bit more, and she needs to forget it, put it down to just, oh dear, and forget it.
Are you a believer and it was just one of them days?
Absolutely, yeah.
When your arm doesn't feel your own.
Listen, how many days do you think I've had over the 30 years that have, whether it's tournament or even practice?
At least 2.
Exactly, that's all.
One was against this lady in 2012.
Actually, it was a great match, that match. It really was.
I'll have to get, is that on YouTube?
Yeah, it will be.
I'll have to go and watch it. Was it in the Philippines?
Yeah. And, you have to put it down to a bad match. Otherwise, it's like any sport. You're going to have them days. And if you remember them and keep them in your brain logged, if you like, your brain log.
Yeah, the mental locker.
Then it's going to affect you in a negative way. You have to just accept that you're human and, it's a bad day and forget it. If I'm practicing and that happens, I completely just go and get a cup of tea. Come back an hour later. Leave it.
Milk, 2 sugars?
Little dash of milk, no sugar.
Oh, good girl.
No. So
You're sweet enough.
Correct, that's what I was just about to say. No. So really a very unforced error there by Rubilen. She clipped the 7 ball, in front. I can't remember what ball. Yeah. and it didn't give her a shot on the 7, and that was a bad error from her there. And now we see she's giving the chance back to Sue.
Now, in case this is the last rack and we don't get the chance, I know today is a very, very sad day.
It is.
So I haven't said anything up to now. I wanted you to be the one that tells everyone that doesn't know, so take it away.
Yeah, it's very sad for any of you watching that don't know. We've got one of our, we call it the billiard family, one of our players, Morudi. I don't know if you know her, she's from New Zealand, and she was at the World Games, and she wasn't so well at the World Games, and unfortunately when she got back from the World Games, they discovered some cancerous brain tumours, and unfortunately she got very sick very quick, and she passed away this morning. Yesterday, the whole of us here at the tournament had done a group photo. We'd signed a beautiful card for her and all put messages in an envelope that we were sending back with the player from New Zealand here. The sad news is she never got to see that from all her billiard family. However, God rest her soul. We love you, Morudi, and you know, may he rest in peace. She's got a 2-year-old baby boy, which is the hardest thing. But the father, Matt Edwards,
yeah, I know.
who's
Matt.
also a great player. I'm sure he'll have to be strong for the little boy and the rest of the family. So, you know, we'll send all our love and prayers with the family and pray for her son. I'm sure she'll be with him all the way when he grows up. But, you know, we love you, Morodi, and we're so sorry that she had to go through that. She was a sweetheart that did a lot for the billiard world, and was very passionate about the game and was part of our billiard family. So she's going to be missed very much. And again, may she rest in peace.
Yeah, beautiful words from somebody that contributed so much to this beautiful game. And that was a beautiful shot as well. Couldn't have put that cue ball any better with her hand.
That's
Absolutely
right.
brilliant shot.
But look at the 10 ball. Yeah, that's a terrible shot. From the 9 ball, she had the natural angle to get down for that 10. She's underhit it. Again, like what you said, Mark, underhit, overhit, underhit. We've been there, we've all been there.
You know, there's two things in pool. One you really need and another thing you don't. You need dedication, but you don't want deceleration.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what she did there, and she's missed the 10 ball, and that's going to be the match over, I think. And there's maybe a wry smile there, but she knows today has been a bad day at the office, as you say, Kelly. Thank you so much for taking time out, darling. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'm, you know, disappointed in the performance from Sue, but she'll be even more disappointed. You will see more of her in this tournament, and a great win for Rubilen. Amit.
Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. We will be back at 4 o'clock. Don't forget, if you want to watch any of the other action, it's all the tables are on kazoom.com, so go there. And then, of course, we have our other feature table, table number 2. Thank you so much, Kelly Fisher. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you at 4 p.m. Thank you so much.